Don't find fault. Find a remedy. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what's going on with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? People can't seem to make up their mind. Looking at $8,886 when I looked at it a moment ago, slowly climbing backwards. A lot of people starting to ask questions of, is this a risk on? Is this a risk off asset? What's going to be happening with the stock market? Should I be getting Bitcoin? Well, around here, we're going to try to answer all of these different questions. If you go ahead and ask them in the chat. Besides that, we got a little bit of news. As always, we're about awareness and adoption here at Bitcoin and Coffee. Bringing you a little bit something different today. Doing it in the morning like we used to so we can have that cup of coffee at just the right time. And you know who we have here being perky and bubbly as always? Our lovely co-host, Sammy.
Good morning, everyone.
So what do you got going on over there, Sammy? I see you got the dog out here with you.
I know, he's just chilling.
Just chilling? How's it going, Shawnee? Oh, he's not going to bark
he's
for
not
the
very
air.
vocal today.
So,
a few times.
Samantha, we've been reading the news like crazy. They've been pushing stuff at us. I mean, it kind of seems like you can't get away from the topic of conversation at hand that the world could be in turmoil and what's happening in the future is a matter of uncertainty. I know that me and you have taken some opposite stances on some of this, and I know that everyone out there is entitled to have their own opinion. So we're all going to have to wait and see. But let's talk about Bitcoin. What do you think about the price? What do you think about this 8,800? Do you think that I should go leverage your car and buy some more Bitcoin, or do you think we should be selling a little because we're going to go down lower? Or is this just a more huddle on through and waiting for the good days when adoption and awareness finally come through?
I mean, I don't think the price is that bad. It's coming back up, kind of, slowly. It's...
well, we're up like 2% right now in the last 24 hours.
But I mean, I am the wrong chick to be asking about price, okay? Like, I like the 25-cent dollar rings that are plastic that come out of the balls. So, obviously, I do not have a good, like, value sense.
Well, I think the rooster might agree with you there. Do we have anybody in the chat with us this morning? Oh. Did we wake anybody up? Did we pull them out of bed? Do we have any of our new subscribers? I seen that our subscriber count has went up a couple. So, I mean, that's fantastic for you guys that have joined us. I would love to hear from you guys in the chat. I would love to see your comments down below. I do write back to people. And if you're new around here, you guys know that I offer a free help desk. There's email down below that you can shoot me an email, ask me some questions at. There's also a couple other social media platforms that I post, the video to so that you can get the notifications because sometimes YouTube doesn't push them. And we all know about what's going on with the crypto YouTube purge.
Well, technically, no one knows. It's another one of those tin hatness. But yes, it is happening. People are getting strikes just because. Unknown unknowns.
But your guys' love has kept us here.
Yes.
They've taken back 2 of ours.
Yes. Yes. It was just like a little timeout, Bitcoin Jake is here. He
Bitcoin
says,
Jake. Nice.
And it's live.
Yes.
I know. It's kind of early.
Yes, It's nice and early. We didn't have anything going on this morning, so I thought that we'd get out here. We weren't able to make it last night. We had some unfortunate events unfold, which prevented us from making it home in time to get out here. But hey, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new opportunity.
Oh, Bitcoin Jake's getting quotey. He says, don't complain about a problem. Find a solution.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my long is up 75%. Well, what? Good for you, Jake. Stephen McCoy is here. He says, good morning.
Stephen McCoy. Awesome. I'm glad that you could make it out here. Hit the thumbs up, you guys. The YouTube algorithm will share this out a little bit. Maybe we'll get some more people in the chat. Maybe we'll get a nice round discussion going on what's happening out there. I mean, I got some notes, a couple things I had seen. I seen that our Bitcoin hash rate is reaching all-time highs. So as we see the price come down, $1,000, and people are questioning, whether or not this coronavirus stuff and the stock market is going to have something to do with Bitcoin. We see that the miners aren't giving up. Right. And I do kind of see this as a situation of, are you going to allow this to like mislead you and misdirect you into having fear in the markets and Bitcoin when we have May so close? The happening is like right there. It's a blinking red light, green light, hopefully, telling us that things are going to go good. I mean, supply and demand, we've seen the happening. I mean, it's kind of undeniable at this point. I mean, I don't want to give financial advice, but it's a pretty sure bet that buying a Bitcoin right now is going to do you some favors in the next year and a half to 2 years, guaranteed, pretty much, right?
Well, I mean, Stephen McCoy has said that it was 7,100 on New Year's Day, and that it is a good year so far.
That's true too.
Positivity,
It's always a
people.
matter of perspective. It's always, when did you buy? What did you sell? What is your long-term goals? These people, these news sources, right, get you going. And it seems like that's all they're out to do. And I mean, this is what we were talking about, right? With the coronavirus and everything, is how bad is this really? Is this coronavirus just the same situation as what we watch in Bitcoin? And maybe that's why it's not affecting us quite as much, as that we see how the news and media sources take something that's so trivial and blow it out of proportion because they don't have anything better to do, because they need to sell articles, because they need to get clicks on the internet, because they're not really making any money without the ad revenue.
Well, I mean,
right?
You bought a generator this hurricane season thanks to the Florida, what we did. So, I mean, it is
right. We went through it. We went through it with
yes.
this hurricane season. We watched everybody under the sun drain the
Everything
gas stations down.
Oh, yes, lines were
water, generators, and there was no hurricane.
I mean, and it was crazy. You'd go to the Walmarts, to the Publix, and they're like all the bread and the ramen aisles and all of that gone. So, I mean, I don't know. We do know that people, the more people you get up into a frenzy, I mean, that is what happens. I don't know. It would suck to also be on the other end, just like in the hurricane season, and not have a single gallon of water to your name and one candle. So, I mean, it would kind of suck to be like, I'm never getting the coronavirus or whatever. And then, ta-da.
I mean, I guess that's where the question really comes in is, are you doing good by preemptively warning and educating, or are you crossing the line by pumping out this information so much that you're spreading fear, that like people that aren't really constantly thinking about it, you're bombarding them with it on Facebook and other social news media, and it gets them going. It gets them, oh, wow, well, maybe, oh, maybe, oh, maybe.
No, it's like because you get desensitized. Like in the back of your mind, you're all like, man, it's not that bad. It's not going to be that bad. And then you get ones like, I mean, like the floods and the hurricanes and the things of like Puerto Rico's and like the New Orleans, like it's stuff where, I mean, people were dying after the fact because they were desensitized enough that they didn't go and rush and get things that would have prepared them more. I mean, half the people didn't have sandbags, I mean, so I don't know. And that is the conundrum, is what is the accurate, precise amount of awareness and like actual doing something.
So bring this all back to Bitcoin. Is the news and the media out there trying to turn you away from buying Bitcoin and realizing how good the chances are that Bitcoin is going to become a stable currency in the future and needed to be used to support world commerce instead of the fiat cash that we're using today? And during this is going to cause massive escalation in volume and price and all of this stuff. So as early adopters, the best thing you can do is get some Satoshis, hold, not let this stuff happen, not leverage trade, not get fudded out, not get mixed up in the I need to make more today.
I mean, the other option is that literally the other rabbit hole would be that, I mean, how we're saying that we need a world-ending, world-changing events for Bitcoin to really be forefront. Like everybody and their mother needs it, because guess what? There is no other. How do we not know we're almost on the cusp of it?
Yeah, that this could be.
Yes, that this could be what pushes. I mean, when nobody can buy anything and everybody's trying to not even leave their house because of social distancing and all of the loveliness that this is going to entail, is that going to be what actually pushes it over? Because as everybody's sitting there looking at their Facebook and their whatevering, they get bored and actually start looking at their Cash App or start looking at other things and go, damn, but my aunt really needs $50 and I don't want to leave and go die because of the Western Union.
I think that one's a little bit of a stretch.
Oh man, my rabbit holes can go far. Okay.
I do see what you're saying, though. That is this, we heard this at the beginning, but it does seem like that as the coronavirus continues to unfold, and we are seeing that, everybody across the world is having some cases in their countries. It's going to be a question of when you get it, not if. And then, is it going to be bad enough where it shuts stuff down? Is it going to have financial ripples, or is everybody just going to have the sniffles?
Okay, we got people.
We got people in the chat. Yes, I love it when we got people in the chat. I love it. I want to hear what you guys are saying and thinking.
Sun is not our friend at this exact moment. No, I don't know if that makes it any better. A little bit. Sure. Okay. I was going to say, there's a tree, just a couple seconds and it should go away. Okay, Josh is here. He says, I'm actually drinking coffee during the show.
Nice.
UK Bitcoin Master is here. He says, oh my God, what time is it?
I know. I figured I'd get out here and mix it up a bit. Hey, if we want to get to new people, if we want to make, some changes with the show, we got to mix the time slots all up, right? Because we got to get a hold of everybody.
What? Paul Berlo is here. He says, it's been a long time since I said this, but good morning.
Good morning, you guys. I'm glad that you guys are happy that I'm out here in the morning, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, let's change it up a little bit. Let's get out here in the morning. I didn't have too much going on. I felt bad I couldn't get out here last night. It is always about you guys. It is always about the adoption and the awareness. And I know that us together, we're not doing a lot when we get together and conversate. But hey, this is our little Mensa meeting to be able to get the word of Bitcoin straight with ourselves, to keep ourselves going so that we can fight the good fight, right? Soldiers got to have downtime too. So let's have a little downtime together and talk about how we're going to change the future. Because
Stephen McCoy gave us a super chat.
Stephen
$4.99. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
He did say he asked us a question. Okay. God, I hate the sun right now. Is it safe to use and store some coins on your phone? Digital wallets?
Yeah.
It's not horrible.
Well, of course, write down
everything.
Write down your seed phrase so that in case something happens, you can always get your Bitcoin back, because you can always upload it into another wallet if your phone breaks or gets stolen or whatever. Personally, I like the Samurai wallet because it does offer the Tor browser. It does offer Dandelion.
Yeah, the hoppers.
It also offers a strong passphrase in order to be able to open up the wallet. So, which wallet, I can't say which one's right for you. It all depends on what currencies. But yeah, think of it as a hot wallet. Don't put more in it than what you'd put in your regular wallet that you'd want to carry around on the daily street. Because there is potential that somebody could rob you, right? I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not a programmer, but I hear that if your phone is open and you go into a coffee shop, that you attach to their Wi-Fi router because you've done it before, that somehow they can backdoor into your phone. But still, you'd have to have a wallet without the protection password, or somehow they could get into it.
It's still far-fetched, okay? So yes, it is possible. There are lots of things possible in this world today.
I don't want to say I've never had any Bitcoin stolen and then get some Bitcoin stolen because I said it, because someone needs to come out and prove a point to me. But
we technically had lots of Ethereum stolen thanks to PayPal's. Yeah,
that's true too.
Lots. God, I want to punch everybody in their faces. All right. Okay. So Brian says that he's loving it. He's sitting at his computer working, but listening to us. Yes.
Nice, buddy.
Silent Lamb is here too. Oh, hi, Silent Lamb.
Awesome. I'm glad that you could make it, Silent Lamb.
Oh, he recommends the Samurai or the Wasabi. They're both good. Okay. Silent Lamb says, I have a great metric sheet on Bitcoin wallets if anyone wants. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, get with them.
Yes.
He's a moderator. You can post, if you got a link to it, you can go ahead and post it in the chat.
No. Neither one of us. Not Stephen McCoy or Silent Lamb.
Oh.
I know. We gave out our wrenches to. Paul is here. Hi, Paul. You wanna wrench up there? just yes. Whatever. Put it in there, man, and I will be able to.
So I only got one more piece of news here that I seen that was worth any while. Like we're talking about, like this one's going on. Everyone's talking about coronavirus, right? That is like, Samantha, what did you wake up to today? That we got
two infected. One in Sarasota.
Here in Florida. One's in Sarasota. One's in Manatee County. So, like I was saying, it is a matter of not if, but when. Nobody's going to be able to know how bad it is until you get it. What is it going to do to the world? How are we going to see it on the post sign? Is this going to set off economic recession? Nobody knows these things, right? This is the uncertainty.
Yeah, my rabbit hole of yes.
This is the uncertainty of the times, apparently, and this is why it's different than. I mean, this is different than what we've seen most of our lives.
Have you seen the dog snout covers? Okay.
Yes, I've seen the dog snout covers that your dog could get corona.
It's just getting, yes. And now they're saying like all of the people, first off, they couldn't figure out what to do with all these pets that were going to starve and die as all their owners went to the hospital. But now they're saying they're rounding them up to put them all in quarantine because their kitties and doggies could have stuff. Like, really? Oh, I don't know. I guess
I just see more and more of an indicator that you should be buying Bitcoin, that I should be buying Bitcoin, that we should all be buying Bitcoin, because this isn't really as bad as it could be, right? We've all watched a million movies where they have
this is not scenario. Like the zombie epidemic. Yes, this is not the actual outbreak.
We have this many problems already, and really we're seeing a big problem in China, right? But that's just China. Wait till the rest of the world has these problems. What is going to happen then? I know that I got Bitcoin. I know that I got some land. I know that I can take care of myself. I hope it doesn't come to these kinds of situations. But that's always what the problem is be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. So as I prepare for the worst and hope for the best, Bitcoin is definitely part of my tools. Bitcoin's always been part of my tools, though, so there's no change there. Do I get more? Maybe you might want to take advantage of the opportunity. Is this stuff in uncertainty suppressing the price of Bitcoin? Possibility. Will it long term? Definitely not.
Okay, so Brian says, just got my Bitcoin node up and running.
Nice.
And super excited. Awesome. Oh, you can. So happy for you, man. Yes.
That's like,
that is a big,
if you're fighting the good fight, if you're saying that all you got to do is hold Satoshis to be a revolutionary, getting your own Bitcoin node and holding your own Bitcoin on your own hardware wallet or paper wallet or whatever you feel is best, these are taking extraordinary steps in fighting the revolution. Because that is how you do this, this is a non-confrontational, you just opt out of the system. And the more of us that opt out of the system. That is a big opt-out.
Yes, it is. That's like going to solar. You know what I mean? It's like, nope, I'm not taking your dirty electricity anymore.
Yeah, you're not going to get to keep breaking up the prices and polluting the environment and all of this other stuff and telling me I have a co-op, co-pay and taxes and all this.
No, I'm good.
I'm out.
Stephen McCoy says that some Bitcoin ATM machines owners recommend Edge wallet. I've never heard of that one. Edge.
There's so many of them. I've had so many people recommend
so many. Do your own research because, you never know. Not saying that you can't trust ATM owners.
The question is what are you holding? Right? Because if you're talking about Bitcoin, I mean, we're all telling you that you should get a Samurai wallet. If it's an altcoin, go to that altcoin, see what they're recommending.
Right? Do they have something that's an easy or a secured or a something? I mean, all right, where are we at? Andy Anderson is here. He says, drink a 6-pack of Corona. You'll be fine. And buy Bitcoin. Oh, John from Malibu. He says,
I'm just waiting for the price of Corona to go down because everyone's saying that no one's buying Corona beer
that, and I'm like,
because of the Corona. And they're like, I don't know, silly and don't understand that they have no link. I'm just waiting to see all the 6-packs on sale.
That's what I'm like. So does the price of the beta fish, the Chinese fighting fishes and the Chinese food, do those also go down? Because those are the same stupid people that somehow would think that all of these things would be correlated together. I know the fish could get you sick.
I know you would like the discount in Chinese food.
I would like it in both. Man, I'd get 25-cent fish, $1.50 beer, and a $2 lunch. Perfect. Nope, no worries here. John from Malibu. Okay.
John from Malibu.
He says, hey, man, it is early in LA. Why are you torturing me?
I thought we'd all have a cup of coffee together, my man. I mean, can't be 6 in the morning. I'm up by 6.
He says his kid is not even ready for school. I got mass problems here. Okay. We
got to mix it up. We got to change it up. We can't. If you get stuck in the same old routines, you'll get the same old results, right? So Hey, good morning, you guys. Let's spread some awareness. Let's spread some adoption. Hitting that thumbs up button, sharing this video out, talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and disregarding the FUD that is propagated through the media, telling us that Bitcoin is going to be a risk-on asset. We just need the black swan event of the coronavirus to get a little worse, and we'll show them how this is a risk-off asset when it goes to $100,000, and we're all trying to trade it back and forth because everyone's afraid to touch each other.
That's why you touch phones.
Touch phones.
Yes.
I don't even need. Just email me your Bitcoin address. I'll send you payment.
Like, show me a picture that you are like in full bio as you're touching whatever you're sending me. Okay, right before.
Face masks are running out. Hand sanitizer.
And yet now they say they don't even work.
Yeah.
So it's like cool, but then it's like, why did the dogs have the snout masks then if they don't work?
We should have bought stock in hand sanitizer like 2 weeks ago.
Dude, Purell.
Right?
I bet they are banking right now.
What do you guys think of? What are you feeling this morning? Is the coffee kicking in yet? Are you ready to get through this Monday? Are you going to fight the good week? Or are you going to just let it beat you up and let everything out there get to you? Right? Because that's usually what it's about. You can hope for the best, right? But it's a matter of dealing with the situations and deflecting the problems and getting through to the good stuff.
All right. So UK says Trezor only. That is what he does with his Bitcoin nodeness.
Nice.
So nice. I gotcha.
I mean, that is awesome, but you know what? Those hardcore Bitcoin maximalists are going to say that you need to get yourself
air-gapped wobbliness.
You need to take Glacier protocols. You know, if you're really a long-term hodler. Trusting in a hardware wallet means that you do have trust in the third-party system to not be logging your IP address and collecting it every time you check your balance.
Sending it to whatever
because you're using their node.
They want, yes.
But I mean, he does have his own node. You can set your Trezor and hardware wallets up to run off of your own node. So that is always a big plus. It's a step
not
in the
all
right
of us
direction.
can be Trace Mayer, okay? I mean, I know I'm never going to be to that level ever. I get the concept of no internet.
If you think the revolution is real, it's the point that I always realize that there's going to be a day in the future where they try to outlaw this, and you're going to have to really fight. It's not going to be, oh, well, I just sent some to Coinbase and Coinbase sent it to my bank account and I got money and I'm going to have a good day. It's going to be, oh God, they're going to come kicking my door and they're going to start shooting first and asking questions later because I'm part of this revolution. And I know that's always scary to think of, and hopefully it's a long time away. But you want to be ready. I'd rather have the knowledge of how I hold and support my Bitcoin, and I don't have to rely on anybody but myself. Today may not be the day to be there, but you should always be trying to get to that day.
Josh says, in a couple of years, national debt interest payment will be more than annual tax revenue. Bitcoin to the rescue. Oh, and Annie Anderson is giving... John, you can make it. I know it's early. I understand. You can make it.
You don't wake up with a smile on your face and a cheer in your step.
He woke up to watch you, so obviously, something, Eugene.
Then it ain't so rough. Every day above ground's a good day.
All right.
This is the gift.
Stephen McCoy says, paper wallets are expensive. Bitcoin ATM last night in Missouri wanted $9,800 for a whole Bitcoin from the ATM machine. It was a $900 fee. Oh, you can suck it. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, I've heard as much as 12% on those Bitcoin ATMs. But what it is it's taking advantage of the people that don't have the banking system, right? Yeah. Because if you're a paycheck to paycheck, bad bank accounts, that kind of stuff, no ID, all of that, then you have to use an ATM. If you're smart enough to see the road and realize you need Bitcoin, but you don't have a bank account and you need to get involved, then you're paying a premium. That's what happens with third-party systems, right? Third-party systems get involved and go ahead and take advantage of the people who don't have the advantages of the rich.
Well, yeah, because it's just the same as, I mean, like how, the MoneyGrams and the Western Unions, you're paying a fee where, I mean, if you both have bank accounts and you're actually wanting to like transfer money, it takes moments and it's usually free. But if you both don't have those things, then yes, you're paying this 5
Yes.
to 10 to whatever dollars for that fee.
Why is MoneyGram and Walmart to Walmart and
The
Western
payment,
Union,
yes.
why are they still in existence when you have Cash App and Venmo? But like, I mean, why are they still here? Well, because people don't have bank accounts. There's a lot of people without bank accounts in America.
And to have those, you have to have a bank account tied to those.
So,
yes. Yeah.
The problems of the poor, the way that the rich manipulate the situation to suppress you, to suppress them, right? We're all suppressed because we're all poor in some fashion from someone. There's someone above all of us, right? None of us are the top man on the totem pole, except for maybe John in Malibu.
Yeah.
But the rest of us, we're a lower man on the totem pole. There's someone above us. And the lower we are, the more that you are suppressed. You know, just like I've been thinking and talking with people, I think that the medical marijuana stuff in Florida is like this, that only people who have extra disposable income and are not scared are going to go to the doctors and get these medical cards that allow them to go to dispensaries and purchase, you know, cannabis and cannabis products, where the poor people are just going to keep doing what they're doing.
Yes.
And when they get pulled over and they get this and they get that, they're just going to continue getting wrapped up into the judicial system, which is just a money-making system.
And
where all you had to do is, I think it's like $200 a doctor visit, $75 for your card. And then if you don't have previous medical experience, they diagnose you with PSTD for $100. So it's like $400 for a get out of jail free card and the ability to go to a dispensary, and anybody can do it. But who has that money? Well, people that are living paycheck to paycheck and making only $300 a week, they don't have that kind of money. So it's a situation of, let's keep the poor people down because they're poor.
Oh, I mean, it's the same thing. We use social medias to promote like
our business,
his business. Yes,
we don't spend money on advertising.
Nope. And I mean, sadly, right now, thanks to U.S. government, almost everybody is just saying, I have blankety blank dollars for rent, house, car, all of these like primary essential things that apparently everybody's just been holding out for, you know, whatever their tax return was going to be.
We've noticed on the,
yes, like it is everybody looking
everyone
for
getting
things.
That earned income credit, so they've gotten a couple $1,000s and they're trying to make those major life purchases.
Yes, I need a house, and you know, I need to rent. I need to rent a place. I need to lease a car. I need to take all of my money for a, but it is, how are you, I mean, you get it once a year. So how many months out of the year do you have these things before apparently you're just waiting till you get it again to then go and buy your car again, another car, right?
I don't know. I just see that society likes to perpetuate these ideals of participation, and eventually participation just means entrapment. And then when you see the people that want to step aside from the system, you see them shunned by society when really they're the innovators who are creating the next way of thinking, because generating the same old is just creating these cycles, saying that we're going to do the same things and get the same exact results, which aren't working, right? We keep going around and we see how many buildings are empty and abandoned. And then you see all the homeless people on the streets, you know, and it's like, but somehow you can't stick them together.
Yes. Nope. That doesn't make sense. All right. Where are we at? All right.
Sammy having trouble seeing. We got to point it in the right direction.
Another moderator just had to handle my crap because I could not click fast enough.
Well, remember, we used to do it in the other direction over at the laundry area.
Yes. Near the other tree, because it's a funky, I don't know what kind of tree that one is. It is definitely not a Florida tree, but it has bigger leaves and it does.
They don't care what kind of tree we got on.
It makes the sun thing not as bad. Okay, so James Benhart is here. He says, good morning. I am in the process of cutting cable. Did we research the new virus, the raccoon one? Crap. No, we will. Swear to God. Sorry. Yeah. He says that there's a news report of total of 5 new viruses. Getting dark. Nice. And he says, crypto YouTubers, Google keeps changing the words. You can't. I mean, just like, quite honestly, nobody actually knows why people are getting strikes. It is all under that same umbrella. So it's like, I don't know I don't know what the point is. At this point, it is, they're just going to pick whatever they want. And that is it. Apparently also, where is it? Oh, crap. Yep. James is saying that Coinbase is using AI facial recognition.
Yes, that is supposed to be
He says
one of
why?
the new things.
Wonder why.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, the ideal of KYC is going to be phased in, and anonymity in Bitcoin is going to have to be something that we put in ourselves as revolutionary fighters, because the government is definitely going to make this pseudo anonymity just require them to use AI to figure out who we are, because we're checked at every single, on and off ramp avenue, every transaction, so that it makes it, you know what I mean? Like, they say that the ideal of Tor browsing is not really anonymous anymore because the government is hosting most of the Tor nodes. So that way they can keep track of the traffic. Well, that's what we're talking about with Bitcoin, that they're going to have so much KYC implication that every transaction, they're going to know 85% of it, so that from that 85%, they can estimate what the other 15% is.
I know, right? All right. UK says, using the node for privacy and barely plug it in the Trezor. Stephen McCoy asks if the Trezor is safe. UK says yes, very safe, as long as you take responsibility for the device's security and safety.
Yes. Hardware wallets are safe. There was a lot of FUD that came out this year about people hacking them. Don't let anyone get their hands on it.
Yeah, it's still very hard. Okay, it's just like if you have a physical safe, if someone gets a hold of it.
The next big thing is that we hear about the preacher who lost a bunch of the Bitcoin due to the update. Don't update your hardware wallet unless you have to, and you make sure you're getting it from the right website and the right source. You know what I mean? Check the email on where it came from. They always like to add little dots and squiggles and flip a letter or two or something where you don't catch it with your eye.
Yeah, but you're still sight reading and it looks like it's the same.
Going too fast is always the problem. The devil is in the details.
You have to, yes. As long as you, Pothead's here.
Pothead's nice.
Pastor Phil, and we should all support helping him. Yes. UK, I know. Oh, apparently there is a coin fest in Manchester. But Brian, the UK Bitcoin master, is not going. But Thailand was asking. So, I don't know. Manchester, I bet it's nice. See, I don't know. You like the United Kingdom a lot more than I do. I don't, but I mean, I bet it is.
It's this communication thing. I like to be around people that I can communicate with.
Like languages that you understand.
Definitely nice to get out of America, because there is a lot of, I don't know what the right word is for it, but it's just Americans. And you get overseas, it's a little nicer.
You want to say Westerners?
Westerners. There we go. But you get over there and it's awesome. And I like being able to communicate. The accents, they don't throw me off too much. But yeah, I've been
you're all right with
But I've been to countries where they don't speak English. And I mean, it's fun too, but it's hard when you can't communicate. It makes things difficult.
I mean, I can communicate to a rock. So yeah.
A lot of pointing, right?
Yep. Point, food, face, water, whatever.
And then you eat the pigeon.
Yeah. I'm cool with, listen, if you don't know, then just, you don't know, and it's fine.
Well, this morning episode we are way off of Bitcoin. I don't even know what we're doing out here anymore. I still got one more piece of news here. What's up in the chat? What do you guys want to talk about? We got to kind of maybe wrap this down. How's the battery on the laptop doing? I'd hate to have it shut off.
We're at like halfway. We're good. Yeah, we don't have exclamation points or anything. You're fine.
All right. So what's up in the chat? What's everyone saying? What are you guys thinking? Are you guys fearing the news? Are you letting all of this think that, Bitcoin could go down? The coronavirus is going to cause some economic turmoil. There's risk on with Bitcoin. Are you taking advantage of the opportunity? Are you picking up Bitcoin and Satoshis at this moment? Do you think that the price is going to come back where it was in like the next week? Like it's going to be a slow increase, or are we going to start seeing some big jumps and gains as we get closer and closer to May, and people can't deny this with the FUD that's being pumped out in social media?
All right. So James Van Hart is saying a YouTuber stated that he uses a device, an actual physical key, as his second authenticator, not Google's. And he thinks that there may be like 3 companies with this product.
Okay, I have heard of these. What they are is they're supposed to be USB flash drives,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a hardware device, and there is a private key that is stored on the hardware device, and you can't get it off. So
Okay.
you physically have to plug it into whatever device you're using in order to sign.
Okay, so now in theory, you have to steal two things, physically steal two things if you have the
But this
second.
is beyond Bitcoin. These USB flash drives they're supposed to be developing them for
Like, could you lock down your actual bank accounts and like actual
like
stuff?
everything that's anything. Like if you say that at work you had access to the database at work and there was
Right.
confidential sensitive information, but you had access to make sure that nobody could hack it, you could only sign in with your
right,
key.
like you could have a disclosure, like yes, like
Only your
literally I
key.
cannot, yes.
You don't need the passwords and all this other stuff. You would go to the sign in and you would plug in your key in the USB drive.
Okay.
But the key also can't be extracted. You know what I mean? So you can't accidentally leave the USB plugged in and someone hack your computer and extract the key out of it and then be able to duplicate it. It is in that USB flash device. But then you run into the problem of what happens if you lose the flash device.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then these networks, because originally this is talked about for like access to Google servers, they're already using these things.
Yes.
And it's supposed to be that the administrative of the whole thing can just cancel your USB flash device and make another one.
Oh.
But it wouldn't work on a decentralized network.
Okay. Silent Lamb says, Eugene, if you ever want to come to the UK, he's got you.
All right, man. Hey, I'll couch surf. I'm not too old for that yet.
Obert's here. Hi, Obert. I haven't seen you in a while.
Nice.
He says, hey, guys. Good to see you again.
Awesome.
Hi,
Awesome. I'm glad that you guys get out here. We're going to try to mix it up. We're going to have some evening and some daytime episodes. If I don't got too much going on today, we'll get out here. Right, Samantha?
Yeah.
We got to change things up. Can't do the same old, same old. You'll get the same old results.
We're good.
We're good?
We're good.
All right. Well, the last little bit I got here to talk about is the fact that in the Ukraine, there's a BTC trading scam going on. And I thought this one was like, they had over 200 employees.
That's an actual like building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what it was is they were doing the same old stuff that a lot of them do, and they were pushing fake ads on Facebook and in game ads. So what happens? They push these ads, and people will click on them. And once you get clicked on or whatever, they get your information, and then you get a call from a call center telling you to invest. And then they'd want, your bank account information and all this other stuff. And then they'd promise big returns. They'd even go as far as telling you to start borrowing against your stuff.
But that's why they have 200 people, the call center part.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, we're talking in the Ukraine. So, I mean, it's not, what did they got to pay them?
I don't even know what they use. But yeah, it's nothing. I mean, it can't be that much. What?
It's not. I mean, you could probably still even be profitable in America. Minimum wage is only like $8.50.
Oh yeah, I did telesurvey stuff though. I did not do like actual, but I mean, it was still the same. Yeah, just sitting there with a freaking computer that just
auto dialed.
Yep. Lots of people cussing you out. That was the downside.
What I see, though, is that as, I've been in the cryptocurrency space for 3 years. These things aren't going to stop. They're always the same. They're just getting bigger and trying to find new ways to get at you. But the red flags are still the red flags, right? Telling you to invest more than you can afford to lose in Bitcoin. Promising you big returns. And them reaching out to you.
That's what I'm going
That's
with.
always
them calling you.
If there's a lot of money to be made, you don't need to hey, let me call you up every other day and tell you how you need to invest money with me so that you can make a lot of money. I'm just looking out for you. I just want you to make a lot of money. I've never met that person trying to make me a lot of money. So, yeah, that's usually the first indicator that they're trying to make a lot of money. Yeah.
Silent Lamb says, exit all fiat, my family. Bitcoin already won. Never forget, 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. And $1 equals... Bleh. He says bad words, but I'm not going to. We all know what it equals.
It's just always a matter of misdirect and keeping your eye on the prize. The news media out there, and even in Bitcoin, they're not your friend. They're not on your side. They're not on Bitcoin's side. They're on their own side. They're trying to get clicks. They're trying to get advertisements so that they can get a paycheck, right? The people out there that are at the top that are trading Bitcoin and trying to give you investment advice and all this stuff, they want to make their own money, right? They're trying to make the best trade for themselves and may not even let you in on the right trade because they're making the counter trade.
Oh, yeah, that's how everybody always seems to have. Oh, my exchange went down right at the time of blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm.
So if you see the road and the prize is a decentralized currency for everyone so that we're all equal, I mean, really, what do you got to do besides just keep buying Satoshis and fighting the good fight? Worrying about the dollar and the price of selling today is talking and planning about quitting. Are you quitting? Are you quitting this fight?
Never sell out.
Because, see, I don't know, maybe if this is where I turn different.
Yeah, we're stubborn.
Well, no, it seems like, we've been in it 3 years, and after the first year, it's like I realized that this is about the revolution. This is about the fight. This is about changing the world and making it a better place, right? This is about Greta in it.
This is like, okay, when you're, yes. Are you going to turn back? What's the point?
Right. So as everyone's sitting around and they keep talking about the price and the KYC and that's just distractional noise. That's trying to get you to say, oh, I should quit the fight because of a couple dollars. Well, money at the end of it doesn't make a difference because I don't get to take it with me either way. But I know that I'd like to make a difference, right? I didn't join the army. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a firefighter, but I can fight in the financial revolution to make the world better for my son and everyone else. And all I have to do is buy Bitcoin and hold. I want you guys to remember that. I want you guys to go out there and have a great day this Monday. Remember that all you got to do is just show a little confidence and seize the day, right? It's all about perspective. 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 It's all about perspective.
Or your perception.
Perception. There we go. It's all about your perception. All our brains are locked in a little dark box here anyways, right? Maybe someone else's sensors are a little different. So you keep that Bitcoin safe. You have a great day. You make the most of it. And I will see you guys again, my friend.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Don't forget to wash your hands.